Gone are the days when Brics had to secretly carry out its plan of de-dollarization and launching a new currency and a financial system. Until now, Brics never confessed to developing a financial system that will replace SWIFT. However, secrecy is no longer the plan of action. Brics and its members have now openly announced that they are launching a financial system similar to SWIFT, a Western-controlled banking system. Russia is leading Brics in this plan, and believe us, the fall of the United States dollar is nearer than we think. That's because things have become official now, and Brics has revealed how it will be doing that and destroying the USD forever. So, how will this new Brics financial system look like, and how will it impact the West, and especially major sectors in the United States and the economy? Well, if you have been hearing about the Brics financial system until now, then watch this video to get the final update on what has finally happened, which will change the fate of the West and the United States forever. Let's get started. Recently, we have got the news that the Brics Alliance is working on its own financial messaging system to bypass the Western-dominated SWIFT system, and this will transform global trade completely. However, most people don't know why bypassing or replacing SWIFT is a goal at all. Well, SWIFT is short for the Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication and is a massive network that helps banks around the globe exchange information about financial transactions securely and reliably. In essence, it functions as a communication system for banks. When one bank wants to send money to another, it uses SWIFT to send a detailed message about the transaction. Actually, this message is money because when banks send money, they actually don't make a physical transfer. They know they can trust the SWIFT message and can get money whenever they want using the same message. Each bank and financial institution in the SWIFT network has a unique identifier known as a SWIFT code or bank identifier code. This system ensures that the funds reach the correct destination. The messages transmitted through SWIFT are highly secure, making it nearly impossible for unauthorized individuals to intercept or tamper with them. The Western world, particularly the United States and Europe, holds significant sway over the financial system largely because of their control over SWIFT. The main offices and key decision-makers of SWIFT are based in Western countries, which grants them substantial influence over how SWIFT operates. Not only that, but SWIFT uses USD as its currency, giving all power to the United States. This power comes from the fact that if the United States wants, it can freeze the assets of any person, company, bank, or even entire country. That's what it did with Russia, besides imposing sanctions. By cutting off certain countries from the SWIFT network, the West can effectively isolate those nations financially. So, before the West does so with Brics and uses it as a leverage, Brics has decided to do it by itself. Brics' new system, designed to mirror SWIFT, will provide Brics with significant leverage in cross-border transactions. Currently, SWIFT dominates these transactions, but Brics plans to operate without relying on the US dollar. Russia has highlighted that this move will create a new economic reality for Brics countries, enabling them to use local currencies for trade and reduce their dependence on the dollar. Alexander Babakov, deputy chairman of the Russian State Duma, mentioned that Brics' financial agenda is centered around establishing a system tailored for the alliance's countries. This system will be anchored by state-owned banks capable of clearing settlements between Brics nations and managing the associated banking roles. In other words, they will not be dependent on SWIFT. And India is not coming slow on this as well. Here's a reminder to please like and share the video and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos on Africa's geopolitics, economy, and changing landscape. Let's continue now. Despite being a United States ally, India is a Brics member and wants a new financial system desperately. That's because it's the world's biggest democracy and is the world's most populated country. Relying on a financial system created by the West makes India dependent. India fears that geopolitical changes might bring sanctions, limiting what India really wants to do. Even there are chances the reason why India is in a US-led camp is to avoid sanctions and suspicions. However, once an independent financial system is in place, India might decide to move away from the US. Therefore, the quest to get an independent financial system, that uses local currencies becomes an inevitable choice. Naren Roy, the director of the Indian Institute of Science, has expressed strong support for this initiative, highlighting the desire for a payment mechanism that operates independently of the US dollar. According to Roy, the proposed payment system has the potential to challenge the dollar's dominance in global transactions. By establishing a system that does not rely on the US dollar, the Brics alliance hopes to create a more balanced and diverse global financial landscape. This move is part of a larger trend among developing nations aiming to enhance their economic independence and mitigate the influence of US monetary policy on their economies. The primary goal of this initiative is to offer Brics countries and other developing nations an alternative method for international trade. The new system would allow transactions to be settled in local currencies or a new jointly agreed upon currency. This could strengthen their economies and promote greater financial stability by reducing their vulnerability to fluctuations in the US dollar. Roy also pointed out that the enthusiasm for a new payment system extends beyond India. Many developing countries are looking forward to this initiative with optimism. The goal is to create a robust and functional payment mechanism that aligns with the trade preferences and economic conditions of all participating countries. The intention is to develop a system that facilitates smooth and efficient transactions without becoming a source of contention or operational issues. But how will the West, the United States, and those countries holding USD will be impacted? If Brics launches its new financial system, which can happen within a few weeks, the USD will be destroyed. Technically, it means that the USD will become worthless at one point. That's because today, the world runs on the USD. It's used in trade, and countries' reserves are mainly in dollars, reaching a total of $12 trillion. China alone has a foreign reserves of $3.59 trillion. Not only that, but Brics collectively has an economy of $28.5 trillion, accounting for 42% of the world's crude oil production. What happens if everyone knows that there is no future for the USD? This will start when China, Russia, and other Brics members start dumping their USD reserves. In turn, they will buy their local currencies. Hence, the supply of dollars will increase in the market to a drastic level, causing its value to crash. Because all industries and sectors in the United States and Europe use SWIFT, which means USD, they will be inevitably impacted. Their markets will crash, leaving behind nothing. Only those businesses which kept their liquidity in the form of gold or other assets will manage to survive. But what has been done so far? Well, it turns out that Russia was always carrying out experiments for Brics. Russia has created its own payment system called the System for Transmitting Financial Messages, SPFS, to rival SWIFT. This initiative began in 2014 after the US barred Russian banks from SWIFT for the first time. By the end of 2020, SPFS had connected with 23 foreign banks, mainly from developing countries and nations with tense relations with the US, but it also includes banks from Germany and Switzerland. As of now, SPFS boasts 159 foreign participants in 20 countries. What's more, China has introduced its own payment system, the Cross-Border Interbank Payment System, CIPS. Russia hopes to integrate these systems across the Brics bloc to create a strong alternative to SWIFT. Discussions are ongoing about how these platforms might work together, but the success of this integration depends on the interest and technical readiness of the involved partners. But as SWIFT has been weaponized and is increasingly used for sanctions by the US and Europe, a new Brics financial system might be already in place and can be launched sooner than we think. That's because transferring money from bank to bank isn't rocket science. What do you think? Will the West be comfortable with Brics' new financial system? Isn't it true that the reason why the West has hegemony over the world is due to its financial system called SWIFT? In the comments section right below, share your thoughts on how the power and influence of the West will be affected once Brics takes control of the world's finances. Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If yes, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon next to it. We have decided to bring videos on something nobody talks about: African politics, economy, and increasing power. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, stay tuned.
Tell us what you think in the comment section. Like and share the video, and subscribe so that you don't miss any of our African videos. It's the best way to support us.